What is this madness? I said 10 minutes and actually took 10 minutes? Impossible. That can't happen. Wash you, take a few... Oh, okay, see ya. Go back. Right. Do I have any of this hammer left to use? I do not. Right. Where are we at? Adept Greatsword from Play. I also need to do a little check-see. Just to reorient myself with all of the stuff I need and where I need it and all of that. Forge upgrade. I can level this up right now. I don't know if Celta Screen is available in this tier. I think it is. Yeah, we just did one, right? Oh, fuck it. If it's not, I just can't use this weapon. I need Dragon Bone artifacts. Tiggy stuff I cannot get. That I think I can upgrade. Could I do this? Rakidios? Don't think so. Can't upgrade that. That is unupgradable. And I was also farming for full barrier. Okay. Just to confirm, because I don't trust myself. Celta Queen, Rathalos. Tigrex I definitely can't do. Rakidios I definitely can't do. Rathalos I don't think I can. Rathalos, Celta Queen, Dread Queen, and Barrioth. We might just be filling in quests. We might not even be doing any farming really other than Barrioth. That's some good stuff. I still don't have this? Are you kidding me? How? What? The Nacilla, maybe? The Lavasioth one, potentially. I might need to kill some Lavasioth. Rathalos is available in this tier, so is Celta Speed. But I believe none of the other stuff is. Okay, cool. Look at your armor. Oh, is this the Mizu one? Oh, it looks a little bit like Amatsu. With the ring thing on the back. It's cool. Nice colors. We mix normal Mizu into it. Ah, fair enough. Right, well, let's do a Barrioth. Then we will do a Rathalos. And then we are going to mix in first of all, the quest that I have materials for to hand in said materials, so Lavasioth. What are the other ones? Lavasioth, Nacilla. Get those suckers going in. Get the full Barrioth armor. Get the Rathalos so I can upgrade that weapon. And then we'll be all good. We'll actually start progressing quest tier again. Which means we'll be on 4-star before we know it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Although we're going to make Lugia sad again. If we talk about progressive GU too quickly. I will have to farm an absolute shitload in the very final rank. Worth remembering, Lugia. The final rank will take the longest out of all of them. Because of farming hyper materials to get all of my weapons maxed. It will take the longest. Soon GU will be gone. It won't be overly long. It might be before June's out. I doubt that, though. Oh, you got them good. I thought the item got stopped by the fact that I got knocked over. It's kind of wild to have 4th gen on. Oh, both days at the moment. I don't think that's happened before for me. To have the same... I think GU and 4U are the only games it can happen with, really, as well. Both slots in one day. Well, just, like, on the same weekend as well, right? Pontiff Sullivan down? Well done. That's not an easy boss for most people, so congrats. People get stuck there. Yeah, but I'm never gonna play 2 of them, Cobro, so it doesn't count. Same with Gen 3, right? Slowly you're getting where you seek the adrenaline rush from defeating a strong boss. Pontiff will teach you that one for sure. You know it's dangerous when someone's beginning to understand my point of view. First phase was easy peasy, second phase was hard to deal with, yeah. It's like the first phase almost trains you to deal with his moveset to get used to it, and then second phase comes along and slaps you out of that. Because suddenly you try and roll something and then you get hit by it. Because the double follows up. Since you use block against first phase, it's almost useless against the second. Yep, that won't work anymore. Your stamina will die too quickly unless you've got a heavy shield. That's gonna hit me, unfortunately. And I really don't like the way Adept Greatsword feels in this game. That's not even gonna hit. Oh, it did actually. Nice. That hurts a little bit. Using the broadsword on normal shield, 100% physical, yeah. Which also doesn't allow you to just keep blocking against him, right? Because he's got a bit of piercing with his magic and fire. Does he have? I can't remember. It's been a long time. Frozen Seaway is such a good music track. Nice heal, Tofu. Lugia's cat coming in clutch. Oh, I really needed some specific part from him, and I can't remember what it was. Usually it's the wings, but I don't know. Just try and break everything. Adrenaline rush after feeding a boss sure is nice. And you'll slowly become to understand why people play Dark Souls, Chisel. You start chasing the adrenaline rush. This is why people play Souls games. That feeling right there. Overcoming adversity. What boss was Chisel on? Pontiff Sullivan, of all bosses as well, Summers. So definitely one that gives a lot of people trouble on their first time, right? On their first playthrough. Always ask yourself why you were disappointed from first trying a boss instead of feeling happy about it. Because you don't get any reward. It's just like, oh, okay, I'm done. And now you get it. And now you get it. You haven't even done the Boreal Valley yet. It's alright. Never got around to it. Ooh, no. Right, one more arm to break in the tail. Good job, Lugia. Doing all the work here, because I can't. Sorry. I'm really sorry, but you would have got knocked out of it by the roar anyway. But I am really sorry. The enemies there are really tough from what you remember. They're a bit of a pain in the butt, yeah. The Boreal Valley. Glad you understand, Fizzle. One less person that I seem a little bit less crazy to. Not fully. You can't ask for much, right? But a little bit less crazy. Was that Wolf's Maw that I knocked you out of as well, Lugia? Please don't tell me it was Wolf's Maw as well. Oh, fuck! Oh. God, I'm so sorry. That's the worst. That's why I always run super far away whenever I use it. If I remember to. Freaking trauma from that ability, man. Some more exploring to do now. See you when you report again. See you in a bit, Chisel. Oh, Chisel, before you do go. I know it's not doing very well at the moment. But were you at least happy to see Metro in the poll? Finally. Finally, Metro's in the poll. it's not going all the way down. It's just going in here. Cool. Playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake. Enjoy. That's a pretty long one, right? Your hot drink's gonna run off in a second, Lugia, just so you know. Yeah, cool. Hey, Dustin. How's Gen U for me? Fine at the moment. Not really. Actually got goals to work to, and none of them involve hyper monsters at the moment. I've only got a little bit left to do in this tier. In terms of actual farming, and then I can start just going for quest completion, which is cool. Happy with that. A lot of progress that you basically lost because it was on your friend's PS4. Ah. Speed running back, fair enough. Gonna scale down for quest completion. No, it is this tier that I need to complete, so I will be appropriately leveled. I'm just already kind of at the point where I'm 3-star quest complete. Needs to be done. Other than maybe some hyper stuff, potentially. I don't know about that yet. My Rathian weapon might need some hyper Rathian bits. Yeah, there's only one quest that I don't visually have, I think, that's in 2-star, and I'm imagining I have to complete one of the delivery quests in order to get it pop up. And that's only in G2 star, right? So it's not like I'd have to downgrade much. I'm basically right there anyway. I'll get it unlocked whenever I do. Probably the delivery quests. I don't see what else would be locking it other than the Lavasioth Grand Fin delivery quests. It's the only one that I could actually complete that's before that point in the game. And I'll get that done today, probably. So we'll get the actual quest itself done tomorrow. Hopefully. Presumably. And then that will be G2 star finally fully done. How's it going for you? You were playing a bit with a friend, right? Doing deviants with a friend, if I'm not mistaken. How do you join with you guys for a couple of rounds? No, go ahead. Lobby's empty at the moment. Did EX Malfestio? Nice. Other than Lugia, Lugia's only one person, so feel free. Obviously, I can only do anything in, like, 3-star. Yeah, Palicos are all good. Oh, it's in the in-between area. Okay. So I can't do any, like, deviant quests or any of that stuff? I did get another Dragonbone artifact, which means I'm one closer there. Swear you have that ID thing as a troll? Look, my partner did that, okay? I don't pick the commands. But it does a good job of at least letting newcomers know. That there is rank appropriate gear, if they read it. If. Big if. Why not do the ideas join? Because the hub one's join. The hub one's the one we had first, okay? It's a gathering hub. You asked for the hub code. Then don't have both? I didn't add both. I only had the hub one. My partner added the ID one because a whole bunch of people kept bitching that the ID one existed. The ID one didn't exist, sorry. They wanted an ID one. So for a while, we had both of them as an alias, but then people kept joining the lobby and like joining the Twitch chat, and the literal first message was !ID. And they joined the lobby in late game gear, and it has to be like, look, you can't. No. Your Crestly gear? You never plays them all? Especially not when one's as whiny as Dustin is. Whew. Don't stand a chance. Bitch, I will make you now? Now? You'll make me now? What are you gonna make me? Oh, thick fur was what I think I needed. There's one problem with that, Dustin. It's a really big body of water that's between you and me. There's this thing called a boat, and a lot of dedication. Good luck. Icky. Icky. Two more armor pieces, I'll have my full new armor set, which is fantastic. This is the only thing it can be. This is the only thing I could get in G1 or G2. It has to be that. Ooh. The quest. Oh my god, help me. That I need is locked behind. I'm all good. I stopped dropping my controller now. Should be fine. Oh, don't close that. I need that open. Demons would fine, good. As fine as deviants can go. Which is, you know. Kill 2 of them by yourselves. EXs? Yo, good job. That's kind of legit impressive. EXs don't fuck around. Did EX with the Palico as well? Holy crap. Palicos are actually kind of quite good at the late game stuff though, right? Because they have such safety compared to other weapons. Excluding like Valor and stuff, right? Holy crap. And they can still do EXs with a Palico? What a legend. What an absolute legend. Get away from the moving thing. That's hard to do against Malfestio. With its big old beams. And a 1, 2, 3, go. Man, EX is crazy to be able to do. Hey, good time knockdown. Got away with it. We're happy. Right, 1, 2, 3. Whiff. It's a whiff again. Yep. That's Great Sword. When you don't have focus. Man, I really need focus. I can't wait to get this barrier off armor. It's not like I need Constitution for whenever I'm playing Great Sword, so it will be an irrelevant loss. About focusing for you, yes. I don't even know what the hell that is. Oh, that's wondrous. Pumpkin armor? I don't know, you get the pumpkin armor. Also, I don't have anything I can farm. I have no, like, what do you call them to farm with? The quests, the carts, the farm carts, can't do that. Can't farm with the Palicos until I reach 4-star village. In terms of the Meowster Hunters and the, like, all of the stuff that they've got, that doesn't exist until 4-star. There's a lot of stuff I just can't do for a long time. You should unlock cart 1 before you get to half. You don't get it in 2-star because I've done every single quest. I'm pretty sure. I think you get cart number 1 from Catch a Watcher, don't you? Like, the quest is called Unblock the Trade or something. Like that. The Catch a Watcher is the reason that the dude can't trade, if I'm not mistaken. Something along those lines, can't remember, it's been a long time. Which is the urgent quest, so I can't do it. Unfortunately. Yep, sounds about right. I'm not really as worried about the second one and the third one. Because I'm going to have so much time with that first cart, because you get it, yeah, by half, right? I'm going to have so much time with that one cart going. That I am definitely going to have a lot of honey. All of those tiny little quests just farming honey over and over again. I'll find out what's good and what's not. Use Tetsu Greatsword? No, I'll use what I want. Tetsu weapons cool, but I don't necessarily like the way they look. I like the weapons that look like weapons rather than big jokes. It's cool in a way, but eh. The humor quickly runs off for me. Just the jungle from legendary Monster Hunter Frontier Online. I think the word you're looking for is infamous. Rather than legendary. It's a form of legend. It is, but it gives off a very specific connotation. Ugh. Use the word connotation, by the way. Thank you. It's a good word. It's an important word. Did I kill it? Yes. Murder. Good. Wonderful. Did you scale down on your jewels? What are they? As long as they're attainable in G Freestar, it's fine. It's legal, but you feel like it's too strong. Why? What are they? Holy crap, they look nice. What are those? Those are nice looking weapons. Are these event weapons? These have got to be event weapons, right? That's the only way they look that good. Regular? What are they from? The request log? Oh, interesting. I mean, if you feel like they're too strong, you can downgrade them. That's up to you. If they're legal, then they're legal. $300 raw sliver of purple. And they don't have any materials that we use to upgrade them past G3? Yeah, what are they called? I'll have a look-see. Your quest, Dustin? Yeah, you need Amatsu stuff for them. Dustin? A Deviant's fine, as long as you can do them at HR 11, yeah. Because for the sake of this, we are technically HR 11. You can use the ones before, which have 280 raw damage and a sliver of purple. But those ones do technically use Amatsu. Yeah, Deviants are fine as long as it's not beyond the level that I could feasibly join if I hadn't rushed to the end boss. So definitely no EXs. Which is good for my soul as well, to be honest. Fucking deviant monsters. What a disaster. I had another weapon in the old list. I'm not sure what it was. Aerial switch axe from Zany. Sure. Rust Razor, probably want to use fire then. Oh, this weapon's so good though. I'm pretty sure Rust Razor G2's all good. Like 90% sure. Yeah, I mean it's HR 10 even. Wow. I think we've actually done this quest before, if I'm not mistaken. I think we did it for someone who on his farm. Can't remember. How the Unity points looking? Let me have a look. You are now second. You have passed General Intelligence, Lugia. The only person in front of you is Mace. Probably catch up before GU's done. Yeah, probably. Probably surpass before GU's done. Unless Mace just decides to join every single quest for the rest of the time that we play this game, which is extremely unlikely. Mace is currently coming out of a hard focus on Toa after hearing their name a few times and is like, huh? What? If they're even paying that much attention. Oh, those duo hunts for you and me? Yeah, there you go. Thank you for perfectly proving my point, Mace. We were just talking about the Unity points. The only person Lugia is behind in Unity points is you, at this point. You're at the top of the list, Lugia is second. By how many? 4,000. So not many, considering we're in G rank now. Going down. Good. Why are you humming? Okay, GU is now empty, weapon queue-wise. Ah, bummer. Are you now debating on playing just to stop Lugia from getting the #1 spot, Mace? Is that what you're doing? He couldn't. Not even he wouldn't. He couldn't? Physically able? What was the question? You said, so I was wondering if you were debating joining. Just to stop Lugia getting in the #1 spot. He'd lose interest after a while? That's true. Yeah, he wouldn't maintain the concentrated interest needed to stop you. Considering your unwavering loyalty to this game at the moment. Nice got Toa to play. People to save. Flaming swords to wield. I don't know what else you do in that game. That's about as far as I played. Free Gabbard request later. Fuck this. Ow. Ow. Not going great for me here. Oh, that might be a bad time to heal. I got away with it. Thankfully, it was not after me. This one is not going as easily as it did last time we fought it. Just double press. But I love that aerial dodge sometimes. But it's not being absolute shite. It's amazing. Nice. Good. Last one. How did I get away with that? I definitely should have been hit there. That was some shenaniganry, to say the least. Quick refreshing dip. In his pee? I don't want to take a dip in his pee. Clean the mess we left behind. We didn't leave it behind, he left it behind. He peed on us. I want to be peed on. Damn it. Failed to get into wild swings, which is what I was actually trying to do there. Can I get a mount, please? About time. Oh. Let's do this quick reload and then immediately go into a trance slash. I'm so sorry, Bibi. Hey, did I hit you as well? Through its entire body, I hit you? That's wild. Okay, I guess I just can't element discharge at all then. I know I hit Mimi, because Mimi was right next to me. That was unfortunate. I felt bad about that one. I was sorry about that one. But I hit you? That was wild. Wait, what's he doing? Oh god, he's doing Glavenus' attack. I don't think I've seen him do that before. Good to know that it can mess people up, though. Let's pop a life powder here, because the cat doesn't have great healing. And I need to get rid of the bleed. I managed to hit everyone? Okay, I won't trance slash again. If it's gonna hit for his entire body. Got yeeted into the corner. Sorry. I didn't realize the trance slash just elemental discharge in general had that big of an explosion on it. I very rarely use it, so I'm actually incredibly unaware of how big the distance on it is. Don't just keep pressing triangle even when he's doing an attack. Remember? Let's go down. How predictable! Not even free quests. Hey! We broke the bar! Right before it died. Nice. Gave up before he even started one record. God. Good quest. Good question. Alpha had a bit of a moment. He has lots of those. Well, he's not alright. Bagel's gonna do Shara %? What? What? That's cool. Oh, what was that? His mask did a bit of a shiny shine. Oh, like it did right at the start of the game as well. Right, you said skip you, right, Dustin? So, 'tis me. 'Tis my quest. Give you 3 minutes. Your hubby needs something. Drive a hard bargain, Lugia. You drive a hard bargain. Give a campfire, please. Don't you want to find out what happened to his shiny mask? Go without her to make a miss out on the Unity points. Apparently you don't get to. I mean, you do if you keep playing the game. Or is that what you want the campfire for? To get the conversation. It just went, why'd you go shiny? I don't know. Alright. Yeah, that sounds about right, to be honest. That does sound about right. Right, let's actually prep for this quest. Give me antidote, give me flashies. That's all I need. Can I look at the quest list while I'm signed up to a quest in this game? Damn it! I don't know how many quests I've got left in this tier. I still need to do probably 3, maybe 4 more Barioths. This Rathalos should give me a single shard. So Barioth will be the only thing I need to farm. Since Lugia is also doing quest completion, I do need to do Nasilla. And I need to do Lavasioth. I have a Hyper Lavasioth quest in this tier. What else? I think there was a Rathalos. And a Lavasioth quest. I think. That should be enough Lavasioth stuff. Nasilla's just a normal monster in this tier that I just haven't fought, I don't think. That should be all good, I think. Mies is the person we're playing with. the Palico. Hey, madam. Welcome. I won't continue to butcher your name. I'll just say madam. Good to have you back again. Boring Huggy? That's me, boring all the way through, Dustin. Mispronounce her feelings. No! I refuse. Fuck both of you equally. Someone's mad because they got it wrong. You really love making characters. Luigi with the sass at the end there. Need some clicks in there, Lugia. Ooh! Like a natural behavior. Sass? Yeah. Lugia's natural behavior, as far as I've seen it, is just pure and unadulterated excitement about everything. Which is pretty nice. Monster World Cup what? Well, that's a thing, so yeah. Everything includes penis mods. Dangles, monster or not. Only when it involves me. Well, I wouldn't know otherwise. Outside of that, so I can't really judge other than that metric, right? As merely a facet of me observing, I become part of the equation. Oh god, I'm so sorry I misaimed it. You guys are good. Never mind. I did it wrong. I forgot how the stick movement worked. Yeah. I'm just that loud, Dustin. It's like I'm lagging. This a little refresh real quick. That's not as big as I thought it would be, fair enough. I mean, that makes no context to anyone else other than you and Zale, Mace. Or I guess Dawn as well. Options, Huntmon or be a dick. You can do both. It's just badass. Not if you live in one of those houses, it's not. Yeah, I was just saying you're the only person who would understand any context about Toa. I think. Sounds like a terrorist? Sounds like it. Man, I love the music in this map so much. Good, Jen. Well, the replica request, looking at the light. What are the weapon requests looking like at the moment, Moosel? Nothing. There's nothing in the queue. Welcome. Good to have you. Died before you could lure it with eggs? Yeah, I tripped it over. I think. Like immediately, so I didn't have time to really fly up again. Arrow hammer? Nice. Give that a go. I could give that a go. Oh, look at the little kitty. Oh, that made that so much worse. Like 10 fell wings. He's a mutant. He's like the Shara from yesterday. The what you call it? The Nagigante? Lugia, your quest. Just crap load of wing. Absolutely horrifying, that thing. Any Golrathian, so this does not upgrade again. So this can't be done, this can't be done. I just need to pick up bones on maps. This can be done. I believe. Dread Queen Hunter 13. Can't do that. No, no. Shargigante, yeah. Elder Frost. Okay. You join me, Area Hammer? Of course you can. You can do whatever you want, Dustin. Thank you for the request, Muso. The Hammer Bros. Do we need to put on appropriately colored clothing? I've got a red shirt already, dibs. I don't want to switch. I don't know if I've got a green shirt. We should try. I think we might be a tad late, Dustin. Just to let you down gently, buddy. We might be a little bit late. Just a bit. We'll finish up this cycle, Mace, and then we'll pop you in. It should be 2 more quests. Get capture Guru? Yep, no worries. I know, Komuro, I said so earlier. I'm hoping they can make the run a reasonable amount of time. But I don't think it's possible just due to the sheer number of quests you need to do. That I would ever be able to do it in a single go. I don't think I could go like above 5 hours for a speedrun. And it's already 3 hours for me to do the base game, so... You know. Currently, always. That's kind of adorable and kind of terrifying at the same time. Is that a white Vulpix? What is that? Is that what shiny Vulpix looks like? A Alolan? It's an ice type? Okay. It's not the same thing as when I left it. It's a different game, man. What's a Alolan? I have no fucking clue, Dustin. But that thing's horrifying. Sun and Moon? When? Never, I didn't like it. That's Alola? Alolan? Sun and Moon? Sun and Moon is the game that I fell off at because I just stopped having fun. They really just were not enjoyable. Hey, Crone! With the 13 months. Thank you very much. Have my heart. You stopped at Pokemon Red. Just a little bit earlier than me. I played Gold or Silver, I don't know which one. I think Gold. Then I played Blue. Then Black. Black or White. How you doing, Crone? Good to see you, as always. How's your day? Play some City Skylines. I've seen you've played quite a little bit of that recently. How's it going? You are the Exhaust. Oh, really? It's unfortunate. Weird ass drug deal interaction you two have got going on. In the Gold Silver game, did I manage to catch a Vulpix? Probably. I think Ninetales was on my team at one point, potentially. Can't remember though. No, I had the... What's the other fire dog thing called? I had that. Growlithe, that's it. The company thing yesterday, which was very long but fun. Today you went to a friend's place to record podcasts, so I'm so exhausted. Fair enough. Do you have tomorrow off? Off? God damn it, man. Completely missed. It's about 15 to 10 degrees colder than yesterday. That's the weather for you, Edgy. Welcome. Well, not really. Oh, no. I played gold. Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I played gold. Don't ask the weather to make sense. It won't work. It helps with your parents with some stuff all day. That's not fantastic. No days off weekend is a rough one. But hey, if it's all fun at least, maybe that'll make up for it, right? Hello, pre-Elite 4 Lugia, post-Elite 4. Oh yeah, because I never got Lugia. We've had this conversation before. But what moves are Z moves better than Mega Evolutions? Z moves? Can we have Neva? I can paintball it. Oh yeah, this is Capture Quest. Can we have Neva mechanics? Welcome back, Maple, by the way. You like some of the Mega Evolutions, you don't know if you like them as a concept. That's where I am at, yeah. Some of them look cool, but also, like, just fuck some creatures, eh? Dynamax I never even played with. I remember we talked about it before and I know it was really busted, but... I've never played with it, so I don't know what it's like. Kind of irrelevant to me, essentially, right? Enjoy the live, bro. Enjoy the routing. Track yours with Smith. Yeah, I watched you fall. He's in a horrible spot right now. Like City Skylines time. Enjoy, Crone. I hope your city goes well. I should really play that game. Actually, no, I shouldn't. I should not. I hope everything burns down. Isn't that just the natural conclusion to any city? Either you just ignore it because you can't be asked to deal with it anymore and it burns down in your present, like your lack of presence. Even though time doesn't actually pass. Or you get bored and you just meteor it. It's the two inevitabilities. Nice one. Not too difficult. When you got two people doing mount and KO damage. Double arrow hammer is really fun. On a monster that's big enough to actually hit the head, yeah. I also knocked you off a cliff with my spinning meteor. I'm sorry. One more, Mace. And then I'll kick Lugia out. Unhappy? You've been in here the longest, Lugia. Sorry. Oh, never mind. Dustin saved you. You don't get kicked out. Have you heard the last few words? Nobody kicks my Lugia out. Apparently not. Apparently not. You and me's are gonna do some more dual player? Sure. Thank you for joining. The both of you, I appreciate it. Have fun. Kick monsters' asses. Not that I need to tell you that, apparently. Since you're both disgustingly good. I guess that's my quest then, huh? You can join now, Mace. This second. I'll give you your point back. Ow. Apologies for that atrocious noise. What am I looking at on the poll? Actually, let's have a little look-see at the poll right now. Well, wait for Mace to pop in here. Poll. That's looking like a Dragon's Dogma. Okie dokie. Yeah, Lugia good. People in your Dogma file are shivering. I'm surprised you don't start a new one. Considering you've probably screwed up 1,000,001 quests in the starter town. Scare the Dragonborn. They don't even know the Dragonborn is. You're in the wrong game there, buddy. Your house assistant in GU is probably panicking over how much of a hoarder your hunter is. It's probably pretty normal for them. What? The Dragonborn is Skyrim base. Not Dragon's Dogma. What do you need all that poop for, yeah? Why is your just... You have a chest and it's just filled with literal shit. He cleans it up, he puts it in the chest. Monster Hunter World has more viewers than Monster Hunter Rise in 2023. Interesting. As it should be. I remember watching a video a long time ago when Rise had only just recently came out and a lot of people were complaining about it. And one of the things the video said towards the end was, don't judge either of the games by their active player base right now. Judge the games by their active player base a year after the DLC releases and compare them to each other then. It's not even been a year yet, has it? Very interesting. EX Silverwind. Fun, fun, fun. Just the letters EX. Fun, fun, fun. June 30th? Yeah, so it has been about a year then. Cool. Eldritch's Arrowwind is such a huge pain in the ass in the second phase. There is two very easy ways to dodge it, but yeah. It is. Is it Marioff? Yeah, it is. I'm farming him, remember? I'm building his armor. It's gonna be my actual set. You hate this thing? Has World made you hate Marioff everywhere? That one fight in World. I need all of his parts broken, by the way. Yes, that's insane, Mace. Just hate him in world, don't hate him everywhere. Your experience using Greatsword overtakes every opinion. Your opinion of him in every game. I mean, he's basically a different creature in every game, right? All Monster Hunter monsters are. That's one way to look at it. Because we always have such massively different levels in different games. Our power, the monster's power, moveset fluidity, all of that stuff. I probably dislike him more here than I do in World, personally. But I think moveset convenience took a downgrade in this game from 4U. Compared to monster speed. Nice, there we go. I need the tail cut, please, Mace. I don't have a bladed weapon. What do you mean, why? You were low health. You were attacking him on half health. You were like 60% or something. He hit you twice, you die. That's how that works. What was I saying? Hit the tail, please. I need all the part breaks. I'm farming him. You're sitting there smashing on his head with the only bladed weapon on the quest. You'll try? It's probably too late now. But please do. That's unfortunate timing on that. Mace doing Mace things again? Yep. Basically. Wait for Mace to get in the area here, so that Mace can actually do damage. There we go. Oh my god, stop. Congratulations, you're now a dead piggy. Because I don't want to deal with you. Nice. Just get away. Oh, come on, man. Well, that's gonna help. That's gonna make stuff just a teeny tiny bit more irritating, shall we say? Nice. That dude is not having any of it, even with the poop. Seems like it didn't work. Dog bombs can just not work sometimes. Doesn't seem unfair to think that's maybe what happened. No! There we go. Just took a while. Don't want him to go into the pitfall because the mace won't be able to attack the tail. He's fatigued, okay. Might make it a tiny bit easier to hit the head. Hey, good job. Actually got it. That's the full break as well. What we gotta do is murder him. Or hell, we could lure him in this trap now. You can throw some tranks at him just in case. Although he is tired, so he's probably gonna leave. You won in a not very elegant way. Oh. Do explain. Hey, KO. And then go. Very low health start. How's the arrow rain? So hell now ran into him, killing him just to be killed by the arrow rain. Did it count for a proper kill? I hope so. It did count. Good, good. Did you figure out the ways to deal with it? In the message lane. Oh, okay, after you respawn. Okay, cool. You just ran away? Yeah, that's one of them. Genuinely one of the ways to deal with it is to watch him start doing the animation, just walk away from him for a little bit, let your stamina recover. And then once you think you've got roughly enough stamina, just start sprinting. And as long as you don't stop, it will never hit you. Some people try and like immediately start sprinting away from him when he's doing the animation. You don't need to. Because the arrows don't start falling immediately. And they go from him to you, so... It did hit you even while you were sprinting? Really? Shouldn't do. Wild. Do you want to know the other way, Chisel? Would you rather not know if you ever play the game again? There isn't enough space to run straight. Oh yeah, you can curve, but you've got to do it pretty gradually. You'd like to know? There's one part of the room where there's like an overhang. It's not particularly long, but there's an overhang in the room. Like it's part of the ceiling above or something. And it slightly juts out. The arrow rain is above it, so you can go and just stand underneath it and you're completely fine. You can literally just run to a specific spot and then stand still. It won't do anything to you, you just have to like roll into the wall to dodge if he throws any attacks at you. Really easy to deal with once you know that. I think it might be near the fog gate. I can't remember though. Close. Off has not been very interesting. You thought about seeking shelter from the rain, there wasn't a spot that seemed like it shot you. Fair enough. Right stick also counts as mashing, so you found... Yeah, I use the left stick, I don't use the right one. My right hand does the face buttons. My left hand does the back two, R1, L1 and L2, and also the stick. Makes sense to reason that if the left stick works, the right sticks would work. Nice. Oh man, that was a long and boring quest. Hammer is... It does not feel good in this game, man. None of the weapons feel good in this game. Besides the hailstorm, you think it was easier than the boss from before, whose name you already forgot? Pontiff Sullivan? He is. Yeah. Good stuff. And the rest of this as well. Seems like I got a ton of thick fur there, but not a lot of anything else, which worries me. Because I carved 3 thick fur. Hopefully I've got all the stuff I need to maybe just finish the armor set, but... I feel the best about that. Legion of the Deep. Deacons of the Deep? The Deacons of the Deep aren't great, yeah. To be honest, they're a meh fight at best. Lugia, go ahead. Post the quest. I need the arm, the head, and the chest. I need 1 more cortex. I need 2 more cortexes. Probably. 3 more cortexes. Damn. That's a shame. I'm nearly there, though. Which is good. Just fighting minions and the only real threat is the cast they can cast? Yeah. The helmet, 1 more down. Oh, was it misaligned? I'll fix it in a minute. Unfortunate. We gotta do it. Urigen's a quest. We have to do it. Oh, Explorer. Cool. Not gonna use that. Oh, you have a shawl now. Instead of the, like, bunny ears. What? A scarf. Type thing. Shawl. Wanted to see what you are doing. Fair enough. I can imagine they're annoying for that, yeah. Ooh, what? Did that a Rooktor just set off? Yes, yes it did. Little bastard. How incredibly annoying. Oh well. Happens. I'm good. Somehow. I played so much like weird Lance styles that it feels wrong not having the triple poke on the 3rd hit. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Getting in the habit. We got it. This is another quest out the quest list. Lugia being wonderful as always. By potential on purpose or pure accident. Finishing all my quests for me. Presumably just because you need to do the quest as well. It's extremely convenient. The double heal. Nice. Although the second one was just I didn't lose any health. That is really good when you can pull that off. Please hit. Nice. Perfect. Man, if only I had any levels in guard whatsoever. It'd be so much better. Having that evade extender is making such a massive difference in this fight. For me to be able to do those backward hops. Oh shit. Nope, not get out of the way of that one. Not this time. Somehow completely missed me. I'll take it. Pop this on. That juicy, juicy healing. Doesn't matter if I take damage in the process. I get the chance to potentially heal back. I think it should also heal people, but it will only heal them if they're exceptionally close to me, which is the problem. Hopefully this will hit the tail. Fantastic, it did. Trying to loosely focus the tail when I can, but it's tough with the way he moves, right? Since he's all over the place all the time. Man, Lance with self-healing is unreasonably good. They should never have allowed this. It's only healing 2 as well. It could be better. May have just done the coolest snipe you've ever seen. Oh? About to absolutely eat it from Naga. Shot Silver. Yeah, Silverwind with a blister in the head and killed it mid-air. That's amazing. That's so good. Nice. Yeah, I can see why that would probably be the best one you've ever seen. Sniping a Naga out of mid-air to save someone on your team. You guys are just going through all the EX fights, huh? You wish? Why do you wish? Oh, so you can layer your Mizu EX. want them as well. Silverwind has pretty color unlocks with EX. Do you need to max level it before you get those? Or do you only need to do the EX fight? Only the EX? It doesn't have to be your EX. Cool. That's what I'm wondering. If you have to level up Naga all the way from 1 to 15 to get the EX, that sucks, man. Why did they design this game like this? Fucking weirdos. Yeah, they are, but why? Silver EX has 15k health, for reference. I mean, okay. Soulseer has 23. Seems fair. Naga's thing has always been that it's weak and fast, right? It's not weak, but it's not necessarily very, strong physically. Fortitude wise. Nice. Monk. Feel bad for Dustin having to do him twice. Yeah, that sucks. So it took me 40 minutes. Both you and Lugia both ran out of healing. Well, shit, not touching that. Yeah, that's not great. Nice one. We're good, man. We're good. Get it first try. It's impressive. Considering what they are. Mid. Have you ever failed a quest together? You've got to have failed a few, right? It's just how it is. You don't think so? Really? Wild. Fail quests all the time. Man, all these speedrun redeems are from 2 months ago, the names. Not as a duo. Unstoppable duo, I guess. Oh, God. I apologize for the yawning. Dustin has to do the deviants thrice? Why? Oh. It's why you banned out. Fair. I assume you need something from this base? 200 by yourself, and then another couple of hundred people online, yeah. Which is ludicrous. The deviant's enough. Like, one person's worth of deviants is too many. Helping other people with them as well is... lunacy. Lunacy. You like Mizzou gear here and there? Fair enough. The ones you did with me at high rank didn't bother you? Oh god, they drained my soul real quickly. I hate them so much. They're so bad. You guys can play Stories. Oh, true. Stories 2 is multiplayer, isn't it? Isn't the multiplayer in it kind of eh? Stories 1 had PvP? Only exploring extra dungeons or difficult stuff? Yeah, that's what I meant by kind of like, eh. It's very... Like, it's nice that it's got it, but it wasn't necessarily put in the best of ways, was my understanding. It could have been done a lot better. That's egg hunting and expeditions, yeah. You hope they make a Stories free. I'm obviously very neutral on it. But I would hope if they make a Stories free, it doesn't come at the, like, expense of cheapening the franchise, right? One and a sequel almost always works, as long as you iterate on the sequel. Monster Hunter probably won't fuck it up. They've kept the main series going for a long time. Be hard to, like, do Stories 2 justice, I feel like, with the Stories 3. Without fucking it up. You gonna do Rust Razor? Oh god, good luck. EX Rust Razor? Enjoy. Stories Frontier. But level the thing first? Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, with the intent. Sick. Frontier designs are amazing. Some of them are amazing. A lot of the Frontier designs are pretty good. A lot of them are, like, kind of not the most interesting stuff in the world. Most of them are pretty solid, though. I think the only thing with the Frontier designs is that a lot of them get old quite quickly. For me. And I don't know if that'd be great in mainline. Sort of like Oregon, right? But Oregon gets shat on all the time here. His design just gets very old very quickly because you've seen it, right? There's not a lot to look at. There's not a lot going on. Frontier designs kind of have the opposite thing, where they're too flashy. The G-Rank Fatalis. G-Rank Black Fatalis is a great example of that. Pretty cool, but completely unnecessary. Oh, man. I'm glad we don't have much of GU left. Oh, I forgot to carve the tail. I'm so glad we're near the end. Because I can feel it in my eyes again. Man. That sounds like such a weird thing. I could feel it behind my eyes. It's there. The exhaustion. It's creeping back in. Kind of don't know where to go now. Do you want help? And to what extent? Kind guy in the shrine gave you a key and told you to go somewhere where darkness swallowed the land or something? I don't remember that. To be honest, I don't remember that. What are they called? Airs of Fire? What Airs of Fire have you done? Wait, what? Lords of Cinder, that's it, yeah. What's Air of Fire? Is that, Demon Souls, maybe? I don't know. I think that's DS2, actually. I can't do it. You can keep showing notifications. It's fine. You killed 2 now. Abyss Watchers. And now Aldrich. Okay. Then you have only one way to go, which would be down. Is that the only thing you remember of Dark Souls 2, Mace? That and the whip incident are the only 2 things I feel like you remember about that game. Did the old Demon King already? I do not mean that. I mean an Aerophil. Go down. You remember more? Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, that's HR 12 and up. Never mind, we don't have to do that. The lake beneath the bridge? Yes. Give that a good explore. There we go. Lavasioff. I need Grand Fins from. I will check how I get those in a moment. I really wish I didn't need them. God, I hate Lavasioff. Grand Fin. Capture and wound Finn. Which I think is maybe his back break. I don't know. Wound and capture, yerp. Finn, his arms or his back? I have no idea. It just says Finn. I'll check if it has a list of what the breaks are. Wound head, wound fin. It only has head and fin, so I'm assuming his back is his fin? Maybe? Because he's got a big old back fin, right? Basically the only thing I can think of. No man's... Can you remember what it's actually called, Mace? No man's bath is an apt descriptor. Just wondering. No man's wolf? Oh, cool. Yeah. Neat. The back, at least Reddit says so. Fair enough. We all know we can trust Reddit implicitly with everything. So let's go with what they say. Monsters in that shape, if you hurt the stomach, it breaks the back. Yeah, it's the same hit zone. It works for Plesioff as well. Lavasioth was the first one. I don't know if they would have both spawned in on the map, but Lavasioth was at least the first in the order. So it's likely it's here first. It's always in these two areas. Thankfully and unfortunately at the same time. Oh, hi, you're also in these two areas, huh? Cool. No thanks, buddy. I do not want to deal with you. Damn, he big. The fish, he is big here. He's a big fish, actually, yeah. Even more so than normal. How do you reach anything with dual blades? How do you reach anything in the first place? It's kind of a prevailing issue. Ow. Well, that's a bad start. Wait, did my riposte not work? Why didn't my riposte work? I hate this creature so fucking much. I wish Frontier never existed so Lavasioth didn't exist in second generation. Sorry, Crimson. If it means I can take Lavasioth out of this world, I will happily do so. So much goddamn worse than Plesioth is. At least pre-world. In world, he's fine. Happily kill Frontier regardless. No, it could exist. It's fine, it's just not for me. I just really wish Lavasioth never came to mainline, man. Hypno was fantastic. Hypno's great. I'll have Hypno any day. This thing could go back to hell where it belongs. Like, I can't even riposte his thing. For some reason. Lavasioth is a reminder to appreciate Ghana. No, Lavasioth is a reminder to make monsters that can actually be killed by all the classes. Rather than forcing people to play something they fucking hate. The people I hate? I don't hate the people, I just hate the weapons. Unless they're using Valor Heavy Bowgun, then, you know. No comment. On that one. I can riposte this. It's just his flop. For some reason, you can't riposte it. I guess. Maybe it takes too much stamina to block and do the riposte at the same time. I don't know if they have higher block costs, but maybe they do. Say, Mace, please do not fuck around shelling him on half health when we're on quest cart, dude. Quantum Lamasioff, you only heard of Olgados. Imagine the same thing, except the only difference is it's still a piece of shit. So basically, there's no difference. Yeah, you can just shoot the air for P-gauge, if you're worried about that. Also, it doesn't matter how hot your weapon is if you're dead. So annoying, yeah. I really, really don't mind him in World. I think he's actually a good monster in World. But man, he sucks. Pre-World. Genuinely think he's a terrible monster. Hey, Jackson. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the murdering of monsters here. And the eventual completion of this infinite quest game that never ends. We'll get there. Hopefully before the sun goes cold. That would be nice. The back is broken now. I am so glad he's here. Like, oh, God. You people. I hate it. I hate it so much, man. Yeah, I thought that might happen. That's the problem with it being both of them, he doesn't limp away. You can carve them as well, it's just less likely. It's a 6% instead of a 20. Well, I got one. Your health was fine. Didn't you get caught in a 2-hit combo earlier and die against this very same creature? Because you were on roughly about the same amount of health? Think you pay attention to that? You should, you can't. And we're about to fail the quest if we take a single cart. Safe from that. Good. Ooh, lucky. Whoops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. My bad. Hate the fact that they put the ping as the same button as the sort button is, so if you don't have your thing aligned in the right spot, it really messes you up. Ooh. Ooh. Good. I was hoping that was going to happen. Nice. I like that none of us brought flash bombs. Oh, we didn't think this one through. Damn inventory space being a problem. Ow. He was Googling a mascot thing. Yeah, I was out of inventory space. Mace has his little preset that he uses. Flash bombs might be more useful in the traps in hindsight. Since it is always really hard to tell when a monster's injured on a multi-monster quest, because it doesn't tend to get a chance to live. Just let go that one too early. Yeah, hindsight. Hindsight's cheating, so. Is he leaving? Weird. Your fingies hurt? Why do your fingers hurt? From playing this? Bad habit, you press controller buttons really hard? Oh no. It's kind of funny, but very unfortunate. How do you not break all your controllers as well? You'd have thought that would mess them up. That's why your R button's fair? Yeah, it's fair. Your ZR's suffering as well? Oh god. That's how you got arthritis? Well, by pressing the buttons way too hard? Too much? Bastard. Just gonna do this. Why don't you hold that button down, by the way? Can you hold it down in this game? Is it quicker in this game? In 3U and 4U, you can hold it down, but it crafts slower than you do if you do it yourself. GU has no menu delay. Oh, okay, cool. You do it outside of quests as well? Yeah, because it's slower outside of quests as well. In the older games. Outside, you do the holding? Do I? I don't know what I do. Apparently. Cool. Good to know. Say sorry for this atrocious sound. I don't always hold there. Sometimes I'm just pressing the button a lot. What? I mean, I can do 11 clicks a second, Lugia, so yeah? Hey, Crimmy! With the Prime for 15. Have my hearts, thank you very much. How do you check that? Craft something right now? I can't, I'm out of I'm out of materials. I use them all. Just the website, Dustin. You click for like 10 seconds straight and it tells you what your click rate per second is. I think my peak is like 12. My average is like 10. Oh, you wanted me to hold it? I thought you wanted me to tap it. Wait, let me give them back to you. I don't have enough now. Have some potions. Do you want some potions? You're maxed? Go to have it. Now I feel greedy. Next quest? I can do it out of menu next now. Oh no, I mean this. Yeah. I get what you mean. Come on, it's potions. Yeah, but still. I don't like taking stuff. I'm normally the person who gives people stuff, so it feels weird to take stuff. I gave you 100 hot drinks. We don't need to talk about that. I tend to win button matches, you're kind of curious. Yeah, I tend to win the arm wrestling game. I don't always, but I tend to. Can you even arm wrestle in GU? Does that exist in this game? Do they cut arm wrestling from GU? Fucking portable team, man. They don't want everyone to be fun. I don't think it's in Rise either, is it? And they got rid of Poogie. And they got rid of Poogie in this game as well. They're fucking assholes, man. Let's start a petition to ban the portable team. Mufa though? Look, Mufa's cute and all, but it ain't my goddamn pig, okay? I love that pig. I love that pig. I just did a quick one, 9.2 clicks per second. Which website? It's really not that hard. Like, you'd be surprised how quick. I'm probably quite slow. Clickspeedtest.com. Should arm wrestle in 4, whoever wins gets the next world record in 90%. You click in a normal position. You hover over your mouse like Gremlin to do ultra speed. I mean, ultra speed's how I got 12, but that was just me doing it normally and I got 9. It's real. You'll be surprised how quickly you can click. You'll probably get like 8 to 11. Easy. It's even quicker if you got adrenaline, right? If you want new emotes, you'd want Naga or Poogie as my mascot. Yeah? Of course I would. I want Poogie. Screw Naga. You got 14? Yeah, see? The spam mouth, left mouse click? Yeah. That's just quicker than I am. It's not that difficult. That was Lugia's quest, I think, right? So, Mace, it is yours. 7.2? See, it's still really high. Went slower that time, hilarious. I seem to be around about 9 consistently. I don't know how quick I would go if I went gremlin mode though. Yeah, 10.2. That's not that good. Getting old. I'm losing me touch. Well, gremlin mode would be to do it with 2 fingers as well, technically. Doing it with 2 fingers is way quicker. Yeah, I've been glowing my mouse. Yeah, that would be the best thing to do. I move it around way too much. You need a stationary mouse to get a true result. You broke your right thingies so you can click faster. It seems pretty consistent, 9. .6? Nice. It's interesting, right? You're surprised how quickly you can do it. And then you think how these people in games like StarCraft, like my resting APM, which is actions per minute in StarCraft, was 180. Of course it was. I can click fucking 9 times a second. Imagine if you add your other hand and a keyboard into the mix. course they're getting shitloads of actions per second. It's just logical. Your Asu times are useful. I don't know about that. There's someone who never played Asu. I don't know about that. It's a rhythm game, Mace. A lot of people who played League... I don't know if this is the reason why Lugia played it, but maybe. Maybe bringing up a bad memory for Lugia here. A lot of people who played League also played Asu to train their reaction speed, because it's that type of game. Played it because it's fun? Good. I remember a whole bunch of people that I used to play with were all like, oh, Asu this, Asu that. They didn't like it. They were purely just doing it because it made them better at League. That's the problem with people who play League. Around 6 while playing Pokemon Go when you're attacking gyms and such, yeah. What if it's easier or harder on a phone? Be interesting. Love listening to music. Vibing with our super fun. Good. And it probably kept your reaction speed thing, which is nice. Rhythm games tend to do that. Help your like cognitive perception as well. Maybe the tablet though? I have no idea. I never played it. Is it any different on a tablet to a PC? Other than the fact you use your finger instead of a mouse? Or a pen, yeah. Or a stylus, depending on what type of tablet you're on. Mouse fucks you up, really. Interesting. You clicked too hard. God damn it, Lugia. It's not like I don't emphasize to a certain extent, because I don't click too hard. And I don't really type hard, I type loud. When I type really quickly, it's really loud. But I don't know why. I've been asked if I have a mechanical keyboard before. By people, because my typing's so loud. I don't know what I do. I just press the buttons quickly, okay? It makes a lot of noise. You got a silent keyboard because you type so much on Twitch? What is a silent keyboard? Not silent, it's just very quiet. Dang! I was hopeful for a moment there. Some sweet relief for my wonderful partner to not have to listen to me going clack, 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 whenever I'm in a conversation with someone. You mean the keycaps which are really quiet? Is it a mechanical keyboard? Good block. Aren't those called like brown switches or something? The ones that are meant to be really quiet? Or are they different? Oh yeah, I had one of those. It sounded like someone had a typewriter in the room. It was atrocious. It's unfortunately not an option. You bugged back into the circle? Yeah, Najarala's great for that. I blocked when I was in the circle, it just flat out killed me. Your best's about 80 words per minute. Oh, I can type quickly, but I can't type that would count for actual words per minute. If mistakes didn't count towards deducting your word per minute count, I'd be amazing at typing. But because you need to be accurate as well, I suck. Because my fingers are bad. My accuracy is just atrocious. You type quickly if they come out of your brain, not when you read off the screen. Yeah, that's also a thing. Yeah, it's so much harder to type something you're reading. And it's a way, and I get it's kind of the point, right? Because they use the sentences that use like every letter in the entire alphabet, but I don't need to type the quick fox or whatever it is jumps over the fence, right? Where the fuck am I gonna type that? Skill you hone, type in Twitch chat, play Monster. Type quick or can't. Yeah, I don't have quite that level of practice. Not something I've ever had to worry about. What art are you using, Mace, for that gun lance, by the way? Oh, I'm just dead. Oh, this quest's over. Oh no, I lived! Look at that. Well, at least until it did it immediately again. Give readiness? Oh, of course you do. Okay. Like who? I assume that is a streamer. This is on Switch, Ramhard. It's on Switch proper. Why do you ask? Because I haven't seen you use an art at any point. And I keep seeing you manually woven fire. Combine with hold. True. If I need to, I will. Which I probably will. It's hyper-nausea, so. Oh man, this quest. I was gonna say, good thing we only need to do it once, but I'm pretty sure Mace is farming it. Unfortunately. Gotta try and break yourself into the habit of doing it later, Lugia. Yeah, I know, Mace. That's why I was pretty sure you had to do it. Because I had that longsword myself in high rank. I stopped building it eventually because it wasn't very good. And also I didn't want to farm this in G rank. Okay, cool. No shiny for me, understood. That's bad. I don't have any more heals, so I can't help you if it happens again. That's me all out. Injured. I'm pretty sure that was. He does just move weird though, so it might not have been. Nice. Straight in the face. Mace will live on that health, I think. Oh, good. That hit me somehow? Najarala, man. I like it. I think it's a good monster. Man, if it ever comes back, do I hope they fix some of its hitboxes. And the amount of reliance it has on chip damage as well. That shouldn't have hit base. Oh. Hyper monsters exist, man. Oh, I don't want to deal with hyper monsters anymore. I'm so tired of them already. Two full pages of them, man. 2 full pages of them here as well. It's like 1.5. That's 2. I mean, we gotta get them done at some point, Lugia. All we're doing is shoving the pain back to tomorrow if we don't do it today. The habit of pressing RK through the broken button in the first place? Because they don't register. Oh. And now it just continues to sacrifice all of your other buttons forever? No more hyper nausea. Well, until you need to upgrade it again. Because you won't be able to max out in this tier, probably. You don't need your right index finger for drawing anyway. That seems incorrect. Hyper G rank is where most trees end? Yeah, most of them end in G4 though, right? Not in G3. For example, this is actually no, you might be able to do that in G3. This rank, to be fair. What are SP? You've never used it. You can make your art cost more points to fill up, but once it does, it gives everyone an SP buff, which gives them a different buff depending on class. Depending on what, like, if they're using guild or aerial or whatever. For guild, if you use guild style and you use SP, it gives you speed eating for free. Anytime you have SP up, you just get speed eating. It's the strongest of the effects, probably, but yeah. About Valor, no idea, I don't use it. Makes you die a little less inside every time you dodge from attack for free. I have no idea. Oh, woo! What a buff! Valor lets you actually get to play with a real moveset quicker. God, I hate Valor. I'm so sorry. I got the Griffins I needed. Nice. We'll do this quest, and hopefully this is my last barrier off. I'll have the full armor. Then I can get the Nasilla stuff, and then start filling in villager requests. Pillaging villa requests. Thank you. Tail again? Yep. Full break again, please. I need every chance at a Cortex that I can get. Tail cut's one of them. I think all of the breaks have a chance of getting them as well. Pillaging villagers. You know me. I'm in. Fun times for all the family. As long as they weren't in the house that we just burnt to the ground. Not that family. All the other families. It's what you've been training in Minecraft. Killing villagers. Yes, good. Good. Take the chests. Man, this Glavenus weapon looks real good. Gonna make a Minecraft server for the Discord. Me? Never. I would want the interest to actually play on it long term, and I wouldn't have that. And every time I would want to play on it, I'd want to restart for my own sake, so I just abandoned my house. Leave all of my shit behind. Which would just leave a whole bunch of empty houses. Like, the way I play games is not good for servers. I start new worlds when I start a game again, right? That's how I play Monster Hunter as well. When I'm done with Monster Hunter, I just start a new save file. So I complete Monster Hunter sucks? Yeah. It does for me as well. I am exactly the same. It's one of the most wonderful things about speedrunning, for me, is that I don't have to worry because I just start a new file again, right? You can get exhausted from speedrunning in other ways. For sure. But I never have to worry about being like, oh, I gotta grind so much endgame gear. Nope. I just start a new save file. Done. Easy. It's over. Don't care anymore. Intoxicating. You like being proud of your progress? Starting fresh is impossible for you. But starting fresh for me gets like, it basically means I get to be proud of my progress all over again. Is another way to look at it. Like, yeah, sure, I did it that time, but look, I did it again. And this time I did it with different weapons or whatever. Oh no, you only ever do that one once, Lugia. GU is the game where you never start a second save file. Never start a second GU save file. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. GU's more punishment than it is a game. Sometimes. Especially if you're that of a completionist mind. This game is pure cruelty. Now you know why you keep doing your file? Yeah. It feels really, like, icky, to use the same word as earlier, right? To go back to a save file after I haven't been playing it for a while. It honestly almost feels like, you know when you get old DS cartridges, secondhand DS cartridges, and you load them up and it's got someone else, like someone else's Pokemon save on it or whatever? Someone else's Monster Hunter data? You can't play that. It's just wrong. It's horrible. I can't do that. I'm stealing that person's hard work. Oh, Lugia. You already had the bonfire on the entrance, but didn't decide to explore it yet. You completely forgot about it, yeah. There you go then. You got more to explore. That's kind of adorable, man. Oh, little Lugia didn't want to delete someone's save file. Even though the fact that they've given it away in the first place. What's an SFO? Kids daycare where parents can't pick you up. Oh, okay. Sorry? A kid's daycare where the parents can't pick you up? A kid's prison? What? Oh god, Lugia. It's like something after school. It's in the nearby facility. Oh, so they go home by themselves or something? Just sounds like elaborate kidnapping. When parents can't pick you up. I read where parents can't pick you up. Yeah, after school care. You're fucked up, Huggy. It's just a daycare where your parents are never allowed to come and pick you up. It's called abandoning your child. You worked there? Amazing. Anyways. Fair enough. No, the only time I've always deleted other people's save files because I'm like, yeah, they gave it a second-hand store, so obviously they don't want it anymore. But I've had my save file deleted on me, and that was not nice. Did a GameCube there with Dragon Ball? You deleted the file after a couple of hours of playing. You were done. Couple kids went onto that GameCube. Were like, no, we've been doing this for months. And they learned a valuable lesson about the dangers of public access. That really sucks. That really sucks. Oh man. Solid 10 kilometers. Woof. You felt really bad? Yeah, I could imagine. Never told them. That's so rough. Hey, Goland, welcome. Good to have you here. I hope you enjoy what is hopefully the last little bit of G3 grinding, if we get the stuff we need from this. And then we'll be doing progression instead. Hopefully. I didn't carve any Cortexes, but the rewards could be kind to me. Got monster on those free slots, yeah. How far were they? Does someone have a free use save on the save file, Lugia? How far in are they? I only got 2. Dang. I needed 3. Oh well. It happens. Gold crown large. Cool. One more. Pretty sure I didn't carve one from anything. I will just double check. Just in case I am mistaken. Forge chest. Oh, we need one more. Cool. Tis your quest, Lugia? I might actually end up having to do a few more of them in the future if I want to get these weapon upgrades, right? EX thrust at a time. Have fun if you can. HR 45? Oh, so they did the story then. Nice. They actually finished the game. Good shit. Good shit. They didn't get far enough to see Lucent no Kukuga or... what do you call it though? Which is a shame. Abyss of Legiacris, unless they did it via event quest. You can do both of them via event quest early, I guess. How much have I got? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So there's 8 on a page. 29. 30, 31, 32, 33. Pre any quests being added. We actually have less in here than we do in here at the moment. Oh no, we don't. This is actually more. And that's why I stopped doing the deviants. Basically, Dustin? Bracky and Stingy and Sonoga army. You think he liked Sonoga? Sonoga's cool. It's understandable. Right, I am going to go and get a drink real quick. Be right back, just a second. Ah, hello. I've returned. Going through their save file and look at what they did is kind of neat. You can never play on it though. Yeah. Only 11 minutes playtime by the 4U owner. That's wild. They didn't even complete the tutorial? It is kind of one of the cool things about the S games is that they kind of leave that data on the cartridge. For Christ's sake, man. I really wish I had some glasses wipes. Do I have the little thing in here? I do. Can't see anything properly and it's annoying me. Good. What the hell is that? I've never heard of that. Cleans them by vibrating a shit ton? Okay. I have a feeling that's not going to be something that I can just buy for cheap. €30. Okay. I think I'll just deal with me glasses being dirty. Well, so this was a capture quest, right? I didn't bring a trap because I wasn't paying attention. You're going down weird YouTube rabbit holes again. Come around. My most recent YouTube rabbit hole, also known as watching the entirety of House in clips on the Eclipse YouTube channel. I really like that show, man. I want to watch it, but I don't know how to watch it. The entirety of House YouTube clips. I assume not all of it is in YouTube clips, but a lot of it is. It's on the House channel as well. Like, I'm not... Link it? It's just the House channel. Come right. Just go on YouTube and put House MD. It's their own channel. They upload clips every week to this day. For some reason. I love that goddamn show. Man, I want to watch it. And go. They're a bit disjointed, Cameron. They're not like consistent, right? You can buy them on YouTube. How much do they freaking cost though? 25 euros a piece. You can get the entire like 8-season box set for 75 euros. And you actually get the physical discs and shit. Instead of an arbitrary piece of code unlocking something for you. I suppose you're paying for convenience, right? At that point, probably. Physical copies? Best copies? Not necessarily. The problem with physical copies in this instance, right, is the only way I can watch House MD, we're talking about, if you don't know what we're on about, is if I get it on a CD or a Blu-ray player, if it's even available on Blu-ray. A CD or a Blu-ray. Of which neither really work for me when my PC doesn't have a disk drive. So I can't watch them. Use your PS3 to watch CDs? Yeah, my PlayStation's upstairs. A PC without a disk drive? What the hell? Yeah, it's called, my computer already costs £200. I don't want it to be another 50, please. £2,000, I should say. I can't put a disk drive in there. They can't afford that. I couldn't afford it in the first place. Also, I don't use my disk drive for it. What am I going to use it for? I don't own any physical copies of games that aren't for my portable games. It's an integral part of a computer. No, it's not. The computer runs fine without it. Almost all software is downloadable at this point. Cap. Cap! No. Base? Base is a capture quest. I don't have a trap though, because I didn't realize until we were on the quest call. You don't have an internet adapter as well, you use a LAN cable. An internet adapter? You mean like a Wi-Fi thing? I don't have one of those. I use an Ethernet cable as well. No, my PC can't see Wi-Fi either. Mine is exclusively Ethernet cable. Why would I want to use Wi-Fi when Wi-Fi is just worse? What Lugia said. FiberNet? What the hell is that? Direct connection to ISP? I don't know what that would be. And why I wouldn't be doing that. Your quest base? Hypha, yeah. They said they only have Hyphas left to do, so. Oh, of course Cubro's watching it. It's a video about rope. Guy's kinky. It's about ropes and knots. He's watching it. Why would he mention you, though? Because it's probably got something German in it, or it sounds similar to something like you would say, or, you know, something like that. Hey, Nime. Welcome. I hope you haven't just been spawned. To immediately appear on a GU stream. The Inception. That is, impressive and probably damning for your life. You can ask the internet that one, Mace. Not Twitch chat. You don't want to know what the meaning thing is? It's a sex thing. How the hell did you get to nearly 18? And you do not know what BDSM means. Also, if this Mizu is high rank, it should die disgustingly quickly. It does seem to be extremely slow. You ain't an expert. Koro apparently is. Learning too much about the viewers today. Wikipedia has a big article about it. That doesn't surprise me. Who gives a shit if it's a high rank? It's still a hyper monster. God forbid I try and sit on 70% of my health in G rank armor. Fucking hell, man. Screw this mechanic. What is this shiny thing on my screen? Thanks. Go away. Your name? No, it's Twitch trying to make me look at something that I don't care about, so I opened it and then closed it. First tried every EX. That said, Rusterizer one-shot you twice. Me's killed Rusterizer with a cat as well. Good lord. That is ridiculous. Well, that's poopy. Completely mixed. Missed. You wanted to run into it, at least hit something. Thanks, Lingia. Man, the amount that they boost Hyper's health by is insane. This is a high rank Mizu and it's still alive. Ugh. 3 people in G3 gear. Seven minutes for a high rank Mizu with G rank gear. That's wild, man. Absolutely wild. Hyper Mizu on high rank has 7k health. G rank Mizu has 9k health. Hyper high rank has better defense, so it has more effective health. What on earth is that? It's just not on. That noise is so annoying. Shut up. Go away. Why? Because the noise is annoying. Any repetitive noise that you aren't causing is annoying. There's a noise when you crouch up and down. There is, yeah. It's the sound of your armor clinking. You clink down, then you clink back up again. It's like when you move, there's a sound of your armor clinking as well. Slightly. Oh, it's my quest. I hate to post this twice in a row, but I would really, really love for this to be done. So I don't have to worry about it anymore. Means we can just ignore. Any more Barry off, hopefully. Until we get to Hyper Barry off and have to farm that. Use charge blade and more. It's not a terrible idea. Was it Hyper? I can't remember what it was called. Probably should look, but I don't know. Have we got your Lugia? Just to check. Yeah, cool. Just wanted to make sure. 25 hours of playtime right now. You have 2 Lords of Cinder down. You guess it'll take 70 hours or so to beat the story. 1. Is that realistic? If you're excluding DLC, I would say you might be a little overestimating how long it will take you, but yeah, about right. Good idea, Dustin. Good idea. Although, yeah, maybe about 70 hours, Chisel, yeah. There's some stuff that I don't want to talk about, but that might take you a little bit longer if you decide to do it. Ah, balls. Be so interested in my first playthrough right now. Yeah. You probably, unfortunately, will never get a chance for that, considering. Unless I get, like, extremely hyper-specific amnesia. Why G-rank Garuga in 4U so disgustingly strong? Garuga? When they turned him into an actual monster instead of being a peck bot, he became really powerful. Also, if you're, yeah, as Kami just said, if you're doing the event quest, he is also frenzied. Which makes him a lot stronger. What made me pull through my first Souls game, and which one was it? Dark Souls 1 and nothing in particular. I've always liked challenging bosses, so just gave me challenging bosses. I was playing Monster Hunter 11, right? And the thing I really liked about Monster Hunter 11 is that the fights were tough. Even through Better Chaos. Better Chaos wasn't that bad. For me. The first time I did it. I hate Better Chaos. Better Chaos sucks, right? It's not interesting. It's not interesting. It's not necessarily that bad. You die to it like 3, maybe 4, 5 times. And then you win. For every other boss in the game, I died way more times. So at that point, it's mostly just boring. It's not necessarily like soul crushing, it's just not interesting. Put my child in front of a Souls game, you'd bail out. Child you in front of a Souls game, you'd bail straight away. Now to pull through Monster Hunter, it was mainly because you had friends to play with. Yeah. But Chaos saves progress. Yeah, it's not even that bad, right? The floor stays broken. It's just crappy game design. That's all. I mean, I had friends to play my first Monster Hunter game with. I did play a lot of it solo. Capra is atrocious too. Yeah, that's mostly due to the arena design though, right? rather than anything to do with Capra. Oh, Tommy rage quit to Baroth and try. Came back 2 weeks later with Vengeance. Ended up solo the entire day game up to and including out of trail. Nice. Good stuff. You had no friends to play through you with? There's no online yet. Going solo was scary at first. Going solo was the norm for me. See, I didn't play a lot of games multiplayer as a kid. Is the thing. So there was no, like, fear to be had for me. Because I never played anything multiplayer anyway, right? Like, it's just normal. Either I play solo or I don't play at all. Major and group plan. Nice. I sort of had that with my friends. But not really. Mockingly named it in the fashion of TDS, which is STD. You don't kill Garuga to get a Garuga guild crest, Nixel, just so you know. If that's what you're trying to do. I know that sounds dumb, but you don't kill necessarily Garuga might not be the best bet to get a Garuga guild crest, if that's what you're after. I think you can get it from just normal Kaku at a pretty good rate. Shit. I can't heal Lugia. Mace is dead. No. Mace is still alive somehow. Nope, never mind. Hey, Crone. Welcome back. With this event quest too hard for you? It might be, yeah. Sad, Nixel, man. That's spooky. Your quest, Lugia. That was an unfortunate waste of time. What are the milestones, Crow? I've never played City Skyline. I've only seen it played. What are the milestones? The town side. Okay. Makes sense. It's a high rank quest. CC? Ah, okay. Fair enough. You farm Garuga a lot in high, don't understand why she's giving you so much trouble in G. Because she's faster. More movement speed. And it hits harder. The movement speed makes all the difference. It probably also has like 1 new move. 2 new moves, maybe. But it's the speed. Especially if you farmed it a lot in high rank and got used to it. It then being faster will mess you up more. Gunner's fun, you want a gunner? You probably need to be a little bit more, You can't be as aggro with gunner, you gotta be more opportunistic, right? If you full on aggression all the time, every time you get a chance, you will die. Sometimes grabbing an evade, running away, and healing is what you gotta do. Or just grabbing an evade and just using it to run. Not using it to get a rapid fire off or whatever. She'll be in a bad spot. Insta-charge with cancel into a backflip. Insta-charge by 70% of your health. Yep. I mean, that's G-rank, so... If you don't have a highly upgraded G-rank armor. Garuga's kind of end of G2. Sort of monster, right? You could do it as soon as you get into G2. But she's kind of like end of G2. Why Steve has normal damage? Because he's start of G2. As opposed to end of G2. And for some reason, Steve is really nerfed in 4U in G rank. Maybe because they want you to use his armor? I don't know. That's high rank for you. Yeah, Garuga's a nightmare. She's a real pain in the butt. Garuga's be your main focus, so you have to farm for something else. If you can't do it, then yeah. Good luck, Vongla. I don't know what to say to that one. I mean, when you can't take full damage, Lugia, why wouldn't jumping off a bridge be helpful? Really? It's just a shortcut at that point. Back from bed, tired now. Have fun the remaining 7 minutes. Cheers. SP? Oh no, you shouldn't put it on Wall Store. It takes too long to charge. I personally prefer putting it on smaller stuff that recharges pretty quickly. Or on abilities that I don't want to spam. You want Wolf's Maw to be used as quickly as possible. And you want it to be re-up again as quickly as possible, right? If you're doing some late game G-rank stuff, it's worth putting SP on it, maybe. If it makes it last longer. Dunno. Najarala Gravios is here, Rathalos Monoblos. You do get it from Garuga, cool. Tidal Najarala, Savage, Black Diablos, Steve, Rathalos, and Piggy. So quite a selection of monsters. Some of those will be better than others though, right? Some of those will be pretty, like, dog shit rates. Be like 10% or so. Which isn't necessarily that bad until you have to do an entire expedition for it. Would have thought reading weapon guides is helpful. Why? What the hell is the TTD? True Demon Dance. Fair enough. Give actual percentage on this one if you found a down Google Doc list. Fair enough. I only remember the Reddit thread as well, yeah. You need 2 X attacks beforehand. That's really specific. Do we have a quest? No, not at this point. Not at this point. We don't have time. And I am the big tired as well, so thank you very much for joining. I hope you had fun with 4U earlier, with GU now. If you've been around the whole time, appreciate it. I'll be back with more 4U and more GU tomorrow. We will continue our infinite small monster bone and grinding in low rank G for you. You can see when on that link there. Also check out the Discord server on that link there. You've got approximately about half an hour to decide what you actually want to see on Wednesday, Thursday before I close the poll. It's currently sitting at Dragon's Dogma winning for midweek mastery / mishmash. So have a look in there, give it a shot, whatever you want. Give it a vote. And then we've got the YouTube VODs if there's anything you want to catch up on the last of those little linky links there. Have a good night. Enjoy whatever you find yourself doing. I will see you tomorrow if you come by. Toodaloo.